Welcome Whisky Aficionados to review number 52. Paul John, we're still on the series of Paul John. This is review number 2 of their series. We're looking at the Brilliance tonight. It's 46%. It's a no age statement whiskey. And all in all, I found the Paul John whiskies very, very good. We've got one more to get through before we get to the higher volume whiskies. But at 46%, it certainly has a great place, a good kick. Now, before I get going, a couple of shout-outs. Max Whitehead, thank you very much for the audio hint. I've got myself a little lapel mic. You might be able to see it there. Nicely tucked away. And I certainly hope it helps with the audio. Also, thank you very much for the gentleman who pointed out to me that I'd made a mistake in the last review. Of course, Goa, I said, was on the east coast. It's actually on the west coast, so I got that wrong. Interestingly, in the distillery itself in Goa, the Angel's share, which is the evaporation each year, can be up to 13%. So it's obvious to me that they're never going to produce 10-year-old or 12-year-old or 15-year-old whiskies. Their specialty is going to be no-age statements, and for all intents and purposes, they do a great job. It's a distillery that I actually haven't really heard of much until actually Bart Burgers from the Whisky Shop has brought it into New Zealand. The range is available on his site, which is thewhiskyshop.co.nz. But interestingly, they're the 6th largest whiskey producer in the world, which is staggering, really. Anyway, let's get in. I've got a decent sample here. Let's get into it. On the nose. Yeah, it's light and creamy. It's there's a possible hint of citrus, maybe lemon. You can see the color, sort of amber. There's something in the nose that I just can't pick up, and it's not overly pleasant in this one. If anyone has tried it, if anyone has got some, let me know what you think on the nose. Is there something I'm missing? Okay, on the taste. It's certainly smooth. A little bit of malt. There is some chili spice. Not heavy, but there's a mild chili spice. You can get it just in the back of the tongue, back of the throat. It's there. Very, very nice indeed. You could try adding a little water. It might open it out a little bit. I don't particularly... I'm not a fan of adding water, to be fair, unless it's quite a substantial percentage. 46% for me is just about right. And as my father said, there's enough water in it in the making of it. So, on the finish, you've got a lingering chili spice on the tongue, sort of at the back. There might even be a little salty dryness to this in the finish. And a little bit bitter. But all in all, this is a very, very nice single malt. As far as scoring, I'm going to give this one a good 86 out of 100. And next week we're going to look at the bold version, which again, a different, slightly different version, but again at 46%. And after that we'll get into the heavy hitters, if you like. So until then, that should be in about a week's time, but until then, be safe, drink safe, and quality over quantity every time, guys. So, cheers.